Attention passionate Detroit, LIONS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRIENDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news. So here's the scoop that's been making waves in NFL circles over the past week, especially among Lions fans eager to see their team make a bold move ahead of the trade deadline. Reports, primarily from ESPN's Adam Schefter, suggest that the Detroit Lions are eyeing a significant upgrade on their defensive line, and the name that's been floated is none other than Ed Oliver from the Buffalo Bills. Now, this isn't just some rumor that's drifting around casually. It's rooted in real strategy and the Lions' current need to bolster their front seven. And honestly, it could be a game changer for Detroit's championship aspirations if they pull this off. Let's break down what makes Ed Oliver such a hot commodity right now. For starters, he's a Pro Bowler and a top 25 PFF-rated interior defender for 2025. That's huge. Over the course of this season, Oliver has put up some impressive stats: 5 sacks, 42 pressures, and 11 tackles for loss. Those numbers alone show he's a disruptive force, capable of collapsing pockets and creating chaos for opposing quarterbacks. His run defense grade is an eye-popper too, sitting at 88. 0 on PFF and his EPA per snap at 37 indicates he's a consistent threat to disrupt plays. His penetration win rate is 22%, which means he's winning a little over 1 in 5 of his rushing plays, a solid rate for interior linemen. These stats aren't just numbers. They tell the story of a player who's capable of elevating any defense he's part of. Now, Oliver's career isn't without its challenges. He's accumulated 28 sacks and 150 pressures over his time in Buffalo, and he's battled injuries, most notably a knee injury in Week 5 that limited him to 76% of snaps. Still, even with those setbacks, his quick penetration ability, hurrying 25% of the time, reminds many of Aaron Donald's disruptive style, especially considering his 87. 5 PFF grade in historical contexts, and a plus 0.35 EPA in pockets. His ability to generate pressure quickly and consistently is a trait that Lions fans should be excited about. Plus, he's a tackle-for-loss machine with a rate of over 5 TFL per game, which, paired with his ability to force missed tackles and create turnovers, makes him a perfect fit for Detroit's aggressive front. But why would the Bills consider trading Oliver? Well, a lot comes down to cap space and team priorities. Buffalo is in a tricky spot financially, with quarterback Josh Allen set to earn around $55 million next season. And they're also trying to extend key players while managing a run defense that's been underwhelming, averaging 2-3 sacks per game. The Bills are trying to free up cap space, and with Oliver's looming free agency, they might see a trade as the best way to get some draft capital and reset their roster. Rumors suggest they're eyeing a second-round pick in the 2026 draft, which could be a steal for Detroit if Oliver performs as expected. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for Detroit fans. The Lions currently sit at an 8-1 record, and they have roughly $4 million in available cap space. Their defensive line has been a strength, but injuries have started to take a toll. Onwuzurike, who is expected to be a key piece, is out with an ACL tear, and that's opened the door for other players to step up. Bringing in Oliver could be the perfect move to solidify that interior line. Imagine a front that includes Hutchinson and Oliver, two of the league's fiercest pass rushers, disrupting quarterbacks in tandem. That duo could combine for upwards of 9 sacks over the final stretch of the season, and their combined pressure rates could force more turnovers and mistakes from opposing offenses. The impact on Detroit's run defense could be transformative. Reports suggest that with Oliver in the fold, the Lions could see a plus 24% EPA per run allowed, a significant boost that would make their defense even more formidable against the run. Their ability to collapse pockets and create chaos would force offenses to get rid of the ball quickly, leading to more turnovers, something the Lions have capitalized on in recent weeks. Their secondary, which has dealt with injuries, would benefit immensely from this interior disruption, allowing them to play more aggressively and get into passing lanes. And let's not forget the effect on third down situations. Mismatches inside and constant pressure could elevate the Lions' third down conversion rate and extend drives for their offense. This potential move isn't just about immediate impact, it's about setting the foundation for a deep playoff run. The Lions are already considered one of the top teams in the NFC, but adding a player of Oliver's caliber would turn them into an even more complete and dangerous team. Not only would they improve their pass rush and run defense, but they'd also send a message to the rest of the league that Detroit is serious about contending for their first Super Bowl title since 1957. The odds for Super Bowl LXI are already climbing, from +3.0 earlier in the season to +1.0 now, and a key factor in that climb is the potential addition of a game-changing interior defender like Oliver. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The Bills in this scenario are trying to manage their cap and rebuild their interior line. They're wary of losing Oliver for nothing in free agency, so a trade makes strategic sense if they can get a solid draft pick and some cap relief. For Detroit, this is a calculated risk. Adding a player with Oliver's talent could push them over the edge. His ability to generate pressure, disrupt plays, and anchor the interior would make the Lions front one of the league's best, especially when paired with Hutchinson on the outside. As we look ahead, the Lions' front line would become a nightmare for offenses, and the secondary would reap the benefits of all that interior disruption. It's a move that could redefine their season, especially as they aim for a deep playoff run and ultimately a shot at the Super Bowl. The chemistry and talent are there. What's left is for the Lions' front office to pull the trigger, make that bold move, and send a statement that Detroit is here to stay at the top of the NFC. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you guys think about this potential blockbuster move? Do you believe Ed Oliver could be the missing piece for the Lions to take that next step? It's a bold move, no doubt, but Detroit has shown they're willing to make aggressive plays when it counts. With a roster that's already competitive and a coaching staff that knows how to maximize their players, adding Oliver could be the final piece that pushes Detroit from a good team to a true contender. As the trade deadline approaches, all eyes will be on the Lions' front office to see if they pull the trigger on this high-stakes gamble. If they do, fans can expect a new level of intensity and disruption from that defensive line and a shot at making history. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news.